Advanced architecture, advanced civilization. What does that actually mean? What is civilization, in other words? Civilization is basically the organization by a powerful elite, materials and labor, and with time according to the needs and demands of the elite and the kings, and the financiers and the priests. That's basically all civilization is. Whether it makes for an advanced social being, advanced social setting, that's a different matter altogether. So when you talk about advanced architects and archaeology and advanced civilization of the past that built Egypt and all the different amazing megastructures across the world, we have to examine what they mean by advanced civilizations. Advanced technology looks like it may belong to advanced civilizations, but it's merely a coincidence of two parallel, or tandem if you like, evolutionary trends, and the technical evolution, which is a parallel evolution within itself, is taken advantage of by the most powerfully organized military organization, such as the Germans and Nazis before the Second World War, were amazingly advanced and organized civil structure. But is that an advanced society? So this is a misnomer when they say ancient advanced civilizations. Well, they were advanced in the way they could use a certain technology to manipulate minerals and materials to build their walls and structures. But in actual fact, they weren't actually advanced building techniques at all. The technology to shape the stones, which was, we suppose, is a sound or vibrations, or frequencies if you like, that was their own idiosyncratic technical evolutionary trend that somehow they'd evolved in their minds and their hearts, if you like. But whether that made them a more advanced civilization than us in the way they dealt with the lower populations is a different matter altogether. So it has to be put in context what is advanced civilization. And also when we see people commenting, we're very, very impressed. We say at the architecture in Cusco, we see the amazing megaliths and the megalithic structures on the walls built almost by robots. Highly advanced technology, built robotically, if you like. That doesn't mean the people using them were socially sophisticated, apart from amongst the elite, amongst themselves. How they treated the lower orders, we don't know. So this is interesting because some people associate the advanced or the more advanced technical approach to building, say, in Cusco, as more advanced than the ad hoc approach of the Incas, and in actual fact it's not. It looks like it is, but to build a wall, a structure, as a mason, I know that yes, I have built permanent, extremely high standard masonry. It has to be perfectly plumb and straight, and it has to be because a technical application within furnaces, but I've also done stonework, which is far more complex. You've got to work out which stone goes where. It's only because you get attuned to it, you pick up the stone, you see it fits in the space. But to keep it plumb and straight, there's a secret in that. So it doesn't fall down, there's a secret in that stone structure that is not there in the more earlier structures that have a more advanced technology. Now, this is, if you know the history of building, I'm not the world's expert on that, but I've been in the build game all my life, I have some insight to it. I know that the Romans, as far as I know, the first people to demonstrate the building of arches and then reinforcing the arches with buttresses and all that sort of stuff, that was advanced building techniques. It may not have been advanced building technology, but it's advanced building techniques. The pyramid is not an advanced building technique. It looks like it is, so the people who don't understand building, and there is some mystery involved with it, but basically the building of a pyramid, you do not need a high class of labour to do most of it. It's bulk labour. In other words, slaves or whatever, they did it, they built it without a great deal of skill. And that might be contagious because of that, but the bulk of the pyramid itself will hold itself up regardless because of the mass of it and the way it's built, the structure, and the gravity itself pulls the structure into itself. That's the nature and the physics of it. That's the physics and brilliance of the physics of that structure. And the brilliance of the physics of all the megastructures is the weight of them themselves fastened it to the earth through gravity and the mass, etc. But doesn't mean it's that is advanced technology in manufacturing the stones, but it is not advanced building techniques, which is different. To build advanced building structures, say you use bricks, just laying a brick with a mortar to do a first class job with that takes far more, and keep that perfectly plumb, which some of us are capable of doing, and doing it over and over and over again as a matter of our daily job. That is a far more skill to do that than it is laying stones with no mortar, providing those stones are perfectly formed, they're easy to get straight. And we've also done that in furnace work. They're easier to get those straight than it is walls that are made out of less perfect material and we use mortar. So there's some misleading understandings within all the discussion advanced archaeology and advanced civilization, what advancement and what isn't. All it really is there is evolutionary trends themselves. Evolution is in technology, and it's also within human societies, and all the interaction through the forces that mutate species of being, and technology is a species of being, and cataclysms come along and they wipe out the prior way, the prior being, if you like, and all the things that went with it, and then we human beings have to start again, which was presumed they did, but the historical records aren't perfect enough for us to ascertain exactly who did what, because there's too many contentious arguments. But one thing I do know, until they built the dome, until they built the arches, until they were able to build the massive structures, the cathedrals, what we can see now, which have lasted for 1,000 years nearly, that is where the secrets of masonry are in building them. the secrets before were in astronomy and astrology and in geometry, etc., where they were not the same, and we have advanced the Romans, the first really technical culture, in that investigated further and further in a scientific sense how to create better engineering. They then learn how to build more advanced techniques to build various structures that we see and marvel, and that building development has come right through and evolved until today. But whether it's advanced in a advanced civilization, we wonder about that. It's all perfectly peaceful and looked after the lower orders better than they're looked after any today. That's a different matter altogether, because there's no correlation between having advanced technology and ability, military ability, and the actual civilization or the class of people in charge of that, how civilized they are themselves. Because how civilized a order of people are within the leadership of any society will be reflected on how the lower orders are treated and act amongst themselves. So the trickle-down effect, they could say, with capitalism, is usually a trickle-down effect of coercion and corruption and perfidy. Anyway, this is Graham Gordon Thomas, just giving insight to what civilization actually may mean in the sense of all the advanced cultures, advanced civilizations that we can discover and find interesting on YouTube. Thank you.